Okay, this is going to be a brief tutorial about how to use Moodle Rooms. When you click on Moodle, you're probably going to be asked to log in, and this is where the login would start, right through here. And then you will be brought to this page where it says Welcome to Moodle Rooms. Your courses are going to be here, and when you hover over it or click on it, it should list all the classes. So these are all the classes that I teach, have taught, or currently teaching. Let's just pick one. Let's pick Planning and Finalizing the Degree, and I'm going to pick an outdated section that I know no one is in. So I would pick the class that I want to be in and click on that button. And let me just check in here, and I'm going to turn it onto Student View so that we're looking at it as you would be looking at it. Okay, so now I'm in the Student View. So you're in your class, and your name should be up here. And this is the course, Planning and Finalizing the Degree with me. And if you click on Announcements, it should give you any announcements that the course has, and any updates would be here. You can use the back button, or you can click back again on that. Then you have your course schedule. Now, this is the way it is in my classes, but that's not to say that's where this will be located in every class. However, you should have something here that addresses the classes and your schedule. You should also have a button that gives you the course information, which is what is up right now, and you have the welcome, the course description, goals and learning objectives, learning activities, how you'll be evaluated. Week 1, some of them have modules, some of them have weeks. This course, Planning and Finalizing the Degree, goes with weeks. And basically you start here and you work your way down through the course until you get to the very bottom. And then you go and you have done that assignment or whatever is required of you, and then you go on to the next. And this is weeks 2 and 3. Again, you start at the top and all the way down to the bottom. And a lot of times courses will have a link to go back to the schedule so that you can see what is due when. So this is just it. Now let's say you want to submit an assignment. You see down here, this means we're submitting something. We click on that. You get your directions, and then you would add a submission and select this button here, and what it should do is call up files from your computer, and then you add them. One of the things I highly recommend you do is that you title your files, and by titling I mean when you choose a file, it should have your name in the title. So right here, this is Rosso, is somebody's last name, PNF, and here's the class, so Planning and Finalizing May 2015, and the whole rationale essay. Make sure that your name is always in your saved document. Okay, then you would click on whatever file you want and click Upload this file. It would appear here, and then you just click Save Changes, and your teacher should have your assignment. If you're worried that it didn't upload properly, you can always go and message the instructor. I would highly recommend emailing instructors unless they have specifically told you to message them through Moodle. You do have a way to message people. Instructor contact should be listed over here. They have something called Quick Mail. I am not a fan of Quick Mail. Sometimes I can find it, sometimes I can't. So I wouldn't recommend it. But some teachers like it, and they will tell you to use it. Now, if I go into a different class, one that is more like what you'll take, let me just get a global history. This one's from a while ago, and we should still be in the student view. Let me just make sure, switch my role to student. Okay, so now you're looking at a regular class. This one has specific modules. It's not done by weeks. Again, you have your announcements that you should check every time you log in, and your course schedule. And then you have your course information, which is all of this stuff. Should give you directions for how to write assignments, course resources, and then guidelines, what the instructor is looking for in the discussions that you're participating in. So this is for Module 1. You have a personal learning goals assignment. Then here's the icebreaker discussion, and then a written assignment. So if you click on this, it will give you the instructions for the assignment, which are right here. And then once you have written it, you would add your submission. Let's go into a discussion so you can see what that looks like. Icebreaker discussion. I'm going to click on this. It gives you the discussion here, what it wants you to discuss, and then it tells you to post your response and respond to at least 2 of your colleagues' posts. One of the things that I like to see is once I click once I respond to someone, I expect them to respond back. So if you do your original post here and someone responds to you, I expect that you check that again throughout the discussion and respond back. Sometimes I will respond to you and ask a question, and I expect that you do that as well. So that's Moodle.